Today is Sunday. Our farm market opens at 10 o'clock. So my girlfriend Sammy, myself, and our dog Daisy are out here in the cole crops. We're gonna get some cabbage, some cauliflower, and then we're gonna move into sweet corn. The cabbage usually gets a lot larger than this, but because we didn't have a lot of rain earlier on, it just kind of got stunted. I don't know now that we're getting rain if it's gonna grow more, but at least we're getting something off of it instead of nothing. So I'm just gonna go through here and pick the biggest of the heads. This is just regular cabbage, and then right here below Sammy is Savoy, which is kind of like a sweeter leaf. A lot of people at market say they like these for piggies. Right there. Got one funky leaf. There we go. We usually mix in 2 or 3 with our crate just to give people the option. Now we're gonna get a couple purple cauliflower, which again, didn't get to be real big, but it's beautiful. And Sammy's gonna show you that in a minute. That's good. I'll grab one more.
Okay. Yep.
So because Sammy is not dressed for the corn like I am, she can't really hold the GoPro while holding the crate, she's gonna stay on the outside. I'm gonna go in the corn, fight the weeds and the pickers, and we'll put the GoPro up on the Kubota here so you can see from a long shot what we're doing. The last veggie for this load is gonna be kohlrabi up here in the mid-season cole crop patch. We're gonna get 2 crates, and because they're young and small, we're gonna be able to get a lot in there, which is a good thing. People seem to like them smaller anyway. They could be a little bit bigger, but this is almost ideal size. And then we just take off a couple of the lower leaves, and that's it right there.
Oh, that's a big guy.
Yeah. Also, if we didn't plant them as close as we do to each other, they would grow faster, but that's also kind of the reason we do that, because they grow very fast, especially when they get to this size. It's like every 2 days you come up, they're like not double in size, but something close to that. So we try and hold them back as much as possible.
One of our phones are ringing.
Sammy and I just got out here to the farm market and got everything set up. Potatoes, red beets, onions, banana peppers, long hots, bell peppers, eggplant, beans, pickles. Here's the 3 purple cauliflower that we got. Sweet corn, tomatoes there, single tomatoes here, zucchini, cucumbers, kohlrabi, yams or sweet potatoes I call them, red watermelon, yellow watermelon, cantaloupe, cabbage. And then on this side is our fruits. We're getting low on plums and cherries, but we have yellow peaches, white donut peaches, white round peaches, and apples. And then back over here is red, white, yellow onions, garlic, and then bananas and oranges. Sammy is in the process of making some nice signs right here for the flower bouquet. Right there. There's a lady out there now picking some of the zinnias, which there is a ton of them. There is no problem finding any. And then on this wall over here is all of our jarred goods with our logo on them. We do not make them, we just get them labeled. That way people know where they got them from and they can come back for more if they liked it. Today is Monday and we're here at the Scranton Farmers Market. This is what our setup looks like from behind. Pretty full load today. We got a lot to sell.
Okay, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. That was 10.
And then that'll be 10. You got it. Can I help you? Can I get Easter cauliflower? Can I get that one? How much? 4?
They're 2 for 6.
For 6? Do you have $1? I only have 5. We're good.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Thank you. I'm all out. We brought so much with me.
Cucumber.
Yeah, and I have a bag here.
Thank you.
Is your Logan just
Yeah,
like
dollar expensive.
somewhere between 23 and 25?
Go ahead.
Not still half total.
I think so. Thank you, honey. I'm home from market. We had a pretty good day. Just walking out here now to the pepper field. I want to walk through this and get to the dill. I'm hoping that's starting to come up now. This pepper right here is called a banana pepper. It's actually a new variety than we've planted every other year. And you can see how cool they look with the peppers sticking straight up in the air. They're just not very big whatsoever. You can see that they're only like 4 inches. Some are a little bit bigger, going on 6 inches. There's actually a red one there that's ready to go. The ones we usually plant grow downwards and get a lot bigger, but it's kind of cool to see, you know, the way these different ones grow. I don't know how they're gonna sell, but we're gonna try it. Another thing that I'm seeing is the guys must have went through here today when they were picking bell peppers and picked off a lot of maybe the sun scalded ones, I don't know, or whatever it may be. There's always some here and there, whether you have a perfect plant or not, that just aren't good. And that's half the reason why they turn red, like you see this one here. Looks good on this side it's very bad. And so it's just good to get that off the plant. It's not sucking nutrients from it, and then it can put more nutrients into the bell peppers that are actually nice. We're finally getting to the point now to where all of our stuff is ready. We can go through and just pick it with ease instead of select picking here and there and taking a while, which is really nice because it saves us a lot of time. The eggplant are doing really good as well. I mean, look at these guys hanging on there. Huge, beautiful. I don't know if every plant is like that, but if they're not, they will be pretty soon. And the only reason I'm doing this little walk right now is just because I don't really have the time during the day because we're always picking or trying to get other jobs done, and I don't have time to do this. So this is the first patch of dill that I planted probably around 2 weeks ago when we had that extreme drought. And now the dill is finally just starting to come up out of the ground. It took way longer than I expected it to, but at least it's coming. The other row that I planted is right here, and I don't see even one little tiny baby stem coming up through yet. But I'm not really scared because I know that it will. It's new seed and it hasn't been in there that long. My sunflowers made it through the drought as well, which I was nervous about because they were looking pretty sad. We actually already started picking some down here. These are the yellow petals with the yellow centers, which I would definitely not say are my favorite, but the customers like them. That's what they look like right there. And the cool thing about these ones is that if you let them go long enough, they'll actually put on a ton of other flowers, but we usually just pick them for the main flower, and that's all we get off of them. You can see that bumblebee right there. He's enjoying life. This is where we went through this morning for the Scranton Farmers Market. And we'll pick the rest of them here probably for Wednesday. Usually these sunflowers are like at least 4 foot, and they just got stunted with the lack of rain. But I don't think it's gonna harm the actual flowers at all, which is a good thing. Our pond was extremely low, and now that's finally filled back up again. We actually were to the point to where we couldn't even irrigate no more. We could have irrigated a little bit, but what would have happened then is we probably would have killed the fish, because we have quite a few in there. We have bass, bluegill, crappie, and perch. It's the next day. I'm gonna be getting the potato digger out, and we're gonna be digging potatoes for the first time mechanically. We always dig the first couple by hand with a fork just because the skins are too tender, but now they're getting to the point where we think they can handle bouncing across these metal bars, and so we're gonna try it. How it works is up here, this will go down into the ground, go up under the potatoes, and then it'll bring the potatoes on top, and this will kind of roll and bounce at the same time, knocking the dirt, debris, any kind of weeds, hopefully, down through, and leaving the potatoes on top to fall off the back right where they came from, but now on top of the ground. And so what I want to do before getting this to the field is just make sure this is oiled and greased very well, just because obviously it's older, it works very well, but I want it to continue working well. And so there's some grease fittings like here, up here, I don't even know where else, maybe the wheels, stuff like that, that I just want to make sure are lubed up properly. So I'll start out by making the chain operate. So I went about, I don't know, 60 feet. They look really good. This is obviously the red potatoes. They're still growing, so you can see how there's still tiny ones on there. But that's just the way it's gonna be to start out here. As the season goes on, they'll get bigger, and then eventually we'll actually have to kill the tops so that the potatoes stop growing, because then the weeds will come up and it just gets to be an absolute mess. But really happy with how it's doing. It's not skinning them up too bad. You can see a little bit on that one, but not horrible. I think they're gonna wash up really nice. Time to clean off the digger. Look at that huge plant. You got like 6, 7 potatoes on there. Some tiny ones, I'm counting even. Whoops. I would say they're around the same size. Usually they're actually a little bit smaller. They take a little bit longer to grow. I mean, yes, there is small ones here and there, but definitely still sellable, that's for darn sure. They seem like they're a little bit spaced apart. Like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of plants. Either that, or there's just not a lot of potatoes per plant. I don't really know, but either way, the potatoes are beautiful, and I don't think we're gonna have any shortage of potatoes. I'm gonna go again, probably like another 20 foot, just because I can obviously see there is no 4 to 6 baskets there, sorry. Not skinning them up too bad, which is good. The whole key to not skinning them up is not going too fast and running the chain too fast, because when you do that, it bounces faster and skins them up even more. I can't believe with all the rain that we've gotten in the past couple days that the ground isn't wetter than what it is. And I guess that's probably just because it was so dry before the rain came. Definitely not muddy, that's for sure. It's actually kind of perfect conditions for digging. Boy, that one got really hammered up. No good, but still did a good job. One last job I wanted to get done before calling it a wrap for this video was mowing the weeds in the sweet corn drive road before we start to harvest it. As you can tell, the corn is not far off. It's only a couple days away, and we can almost not even get our Kubota through. So this is gonna make it way nicer and just better for the equipment. The mower's doing a really good job. I've been watching this pin since the beginning. It was in this hole, and then it slowly fell out and rolled all the way to the back, and it stopped right here, thank God.